Come on, Broncos country. Get in here. Let's start celebrating. 11 wins. Leading at the top of the AFC. Beat down the Raiders. That's what we're talking about. Look at that performance. It's wrapping up. We're going live. Come along for the ride. Can't wait to celebrate with you. He's got it. Blackjack, baby. Blackjack. 21. Taking home the goods. Taking home the jackpot. Yeah, Denver Broncos went out there to Las Vegas. Took the short trip to the desert. Took care of business. This is the Denver Bronco Roundup podcast brought to you by Rocky Mountain Sports Network. We have an amazing sponsor, Morgan Trinkets. My name is Keith Brugman. I'm in here celebrating the Denver Broncos win. I don't know about you. Kenny Kirkpatrick, all dressed out in his Denver Bronco Roundup gear. Check that out, man. Looking good, looking tasty. Covering the Broncos as well. In here celebrating this win. We went pregame, Kenny. We went pregame. You talked about this game being a game for the Denver Broncos, a game for this offense. You talked about us hitting on the roulette wheel, hitting the slots, hitting 21 at the at the blackjack table. Man, things were looking dang good in Las Vegas today, buddy. Welcome to the show. What do you got to say about this Denver Broncos?
Yeah, the blackjack was the coaches. The slots hit with Bo Nix, and Texas Hold'em hit with the defense, the aces, all around. I mean, let's enjoy this win. You know, don't let the score fool you. 24-14. It was more like 41-14 in this game. So total domination, in my opinion. Very excited for you, Keith, the Horsemen, and our posse, who are all Broncos fans, because I do think this team is going places. You know, hard environment to play, rival game. I don't care what the records are, and you total dominated that game. So congratulations on a great win, and 11-2. Head back home now. Let's go.
Yeah, 11-2, Kenny. It just blows my mind. You have to be positive. You want to be optimistic for your team. You try to evaluate. I don't think almost anybody saw 11-2. I don't think anybody saw this coming. Where we're at right now for the Denver Broncos, and got to give it up to our posse members, hung with us through the tough years. Now they're here for these type of years, and it doesn't matter when you've joined. If you're in the comments, you're part of the posse. Like Mr. Ernie Mays, he's been hanging a long time with us. 10 in a row. Go Broncos country only. We are 11-2-0. Absolutely, Ernie. Winners
tonight.
Absolute salute to that, and an absolute salute to this team, and like I said, the posse members who have been with us or have just joined. Raiders thought they had a chance to win. Bah, ha, 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 ha. Hashtag go Broncos. Karen, good to see you. Chiming in over on YouTube. We got Mandy coming in as well. Ola, another road win is always good. Yeah, absolutely, man. Stack up the road wins, stack up the AFC wins, stack up the AFC West wins. You want to take them all. Take them all. And we're doing it. And it's what's needed. Tiebreakers, playoffs. You can see right underneath there, playoffs looking good. It's in the ticker right there, along with please like, share, and subscribe right after that. But beyond that, playoffs, man, looking so good. Good evening, all, says Karen as well. Especially
Keith, I
feels
think we
good
got a
against the
horseman in
Raiders.
the background, so you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was making sure he was getting himself all pretty, he was getting the camera all right and everything like that. You know, if he's going to go up there and he's, going to walk up and put his robe on, sit behind the bench, it's got to be looking good as the judge takes the screen. Welcome, Judge. How about that Broncos win?
Jody, get the claps in.
Get those claps in, yeah.
Just a good workman-like game, kind of a boring game. Raiders couldn't really stop us, and I feel like if we wanted to put 100 up today, we could have. They just, matriculated the ball down the field and did what they needed to do. I think Sean Payton was a little frustrated with that last field goal at the end, but looks like we got out of here injury-free. And what are we, 10 and 2, 11 and 2, right?
11 and 2. I got
11 and
Keith.
11 and 2, and best record in football.
I got to do something I normally don't do, and I got to interrupt right now because 10 in a row. There's no boring games, Jody, when you're 10 in a row. So I got to totally disagree with you, my friend. Very exciting to be a Broncos fan now. It doesn't matter how you get the wins, 10 in a row. You can't be bored with that win streak. I'm sorry.
I'll say this: it wasn't the high flying electric fourth quarter need to put it all on the line, out on the edge of your seat. This was a game that I think the type of game the Denver Broncos needed going it down this stretch, getting into the playoffs, showing that RJ Harvey can be the guy that can run the ball. He did a fantastic job today, man. I know that he didn't go over 100 yards or anything else, but his averages were good through almost this entire game. He looked good catching the ball. He looked like a running back that should be on this field. And quite honestly, let's face it, I know that the team around him may not be as good, but he looked a lot better than what Ashton Genty looked like. And that guy was picked a little bit higher than RJ Harvey. Aloha boy, says Patrick Wilsey.
Aloha, my friend.
Yeah. Hang loose, everybody. Hang loose, because it's easy to hang loose when the Denver Broncos are winning. Aloha boys. Is it just me, or did the defense look a little soft? We'll get into that. Maybe we'll get the guy who can be the biggest critic of the Denver Broncos at times, even in the best of ways, man. In the best of ways, man. But just maybe the harshest critic. Trevor, the Rocket Man Salzman, welcome to the show. What do you think about that Denver Broncos win, first and foremost? And I'd like to get your thoughts on the defense as Patrick has brought his thoughts to the show as well.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, a win's a win. I mean, 24-17. I mean, this game was already over with. I mean, it's kind of, I don't want to say boring game, but it was kind of a boring game in a lot of ways. I mean, you kind of already knew going into this, the Broncos were the better team, and you knew that throughout the whole game.
No. Timeout, Kenny. You got to give him the spiel on this is not a boring game.
Yeah, I guess you're into the timeout too. Red flags being thrown in.
10 in a row. You can't have boring games when you win 10 in a row.
No. I'm saying in a good way. I'm saying in a good way. Like
I said the same thing.
Yeah, the Broncos are the better team, and the Raiders they're just a disaster right now under Pete Carroll. I mean, and it's not his fault. That was just a bad roster, just in general. The offensive line's horrible. And so I thought the Broncos did what they needed to do and took care of business. Again, the defense, you can say, you can be nitpicky and say that the defense can do this and do this better, but I mean, here's the thing. I mean, no defense is perfect week in and week out. So, I mean, you were able to hold Ashton Genty to 30 yards. I mean, that's pretty good. And Geno Smith was all over the place. And so, I think this was a good, solid Broncos victory on the road. And the Broncos did what they needed to do. I thought the offense also did a really good job moving the football throughout the game today.
Ask Geno what he thought about this defense. This is the second time that we've roughed him up, and this time we knocked him completely out of the game. So I'm not sure he would say this was a bad game from this defense. I mean, he left with a shoulder injury. He could barely walk the first time. So,
Yeah.
He's had enough of the Denver Broncos. Gino's like, get me out of the AFC West. I thought I was out with the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks once in the AFC West. Now they're in the NFC. But I digress. We sweep the Raiders as Martin. I like this one. I said Ernie. Martin says, boring in that I wasn't having a heart attack at the end of the game. Ha ha ha. And like I said, I thought this was a game where we were able to kind of flex our will. We took the ball and we would just, as you said, Jody, matriculated down the field. We possessed the ball so well. Down the field for the Broncos, down the field for the Raiders. It was 7-7 early, and besides that, the Raiders really didn't have a whole lot going on, where the Denver Broncos were able to just continue to possess the ball and do what they needed to do in order to get first downs, get touchdowns. And yes, like Jody said, I think you could have put up more points, but I think it was more about that type of game. It's why Kenny. Who had the aces? Was it the aces for the coaches? Or the 21 for the
coaches? Ace and the king.
Blackjack. Get that blackjack out, right, man, for the coaches. I think the coaches did a fantastic job. I don't know. I'm just going to keep going around the horn with everybody. We can get some different thoughts. Kenny, I'll go back to you, and then I'll go to Jody. I'll go to Trevor, just kind of like the way we came into this show, man. What other thoughts do you have from this game? And by all means, Posse, if you have thoughts, put it in there. Put it in here.
Yeah. For me, guys, offense. I told Keith right before we went on the air, Posse and Horseman, 3 drives over 8 minutes. That is a performance you can build on. You know, it doesn't show in the score, but this score could have been 41-14. 24-14, dominating drives by the offense to start the first half, first drive, to start the second half, and then a second one in the second half. Total domination. The run game looked good. RJ Harvey had a breakout game, in my opinion, and something definitely to build on, and something to be very excited about. And don't get discouraged about the defense. Sometimes the defenses play a little down to their opponents. The Commanders are struggling, and the Raiders, of course, the season they're having. Expect a dominating performance next week against the Packers from your defense, Bronco fans, and don't get discouraged and feel that. I know Patrick's saying a little soft, and I get what he's saying, but don't get discouraged, Patrick. Next week you're going to see that dominating defense once again.
Nick Benito's on a tear, though. I will say that, man. He took last week and brought it to this week, as he had a pretty dominant performance, a couple of sacks in this game as well. Jody, your thoughts around this game? Kenny just got done talking about this offense, how they were able to be dominant. The run game got going. He thought RJ Harvey had a breakout. What are your thoughts around this game? What are you taking away?
We were just we moved the ball, nothing deep, but picked up first downs when we needed to. Long drives, I think they said, and they only kept this stat since I think they said 2,000 of multiple drives that ended in touchdowns of 8 minutes or more. Mm-hmm. Loved what they've done with Harvey, and you can tell that he's putting in the work to not bounce plays and focus on going, up the middle. I mean, you could see that that's been worked on hard. I think 17 for 75. He had bounced a couple. He had that big on that pass that he broke away from Jamal Adams and got the first down. So I thought he played a great game, and I like when they sprinkle in Adam Prentice. I like what he offers. And then Bo Nix at 30 for 37, only 212, but that's what there was nothing deep. I mean, they had the one little kind of shot over the middle to Sutton. Other than that, everything was kind of right there, or right over the middle, dink and dunk. But you get 3 yards of carry for 3 to 4 yards of play, you're going to get a first down. So, like I said, workmanlike. And I like what this D started to do. I think after that first drive, they blitzed a lot, and they hit Gino, and Gino felt it, and that's why he didn't finish this game again.
Yeah, came out on a big one.
And I don't think Denver wanted to show a lot. I mean, they know next week's a big game against a big-time opponent, and we didn't really show a lot other than you better be ready for Harvey to run up the middle, and you aren't going to be able to arm tackle him because he was breaking arm tackles. So I think Peyton is focused on next week, and I'm ready for it. What is this? 11 in a row? 10 in a row? 10 in a row. So
Yeah.
best record in football. Enjoy it while you can.
Absolutely, best record in football. Enjoy it. I'm absolutely going to enjoy it. I have a few comments, but I got to give it up to Patrick. Patrick's coming in here and says, "Keep it up, my Broncos brothers," and he says Hawaiian local accent included on that one. Between that and this, that has absolutely nothing as far as comments, that's 250 stars. And thank you so much, Patrick, man. If you don't know, Patrick, yeah, clap it up. We can clap it up for 250 stars. We appreciate the support. Patrick also works at Lion Coffee. And if you're a coffee lover, you just need to head over to Lion Coffee, lioncoffee.com. And Patrick 10, I understand Patrick has its own discount. Type in Patrick 10, get some Patrick some recognition while you get some great coffee. Couple of things what you just got done saying. I was surprised that there was nothing deep. I really thought that there was going to be more deep shots in this game, but I also want to say that kind of also speaks a little bit to what Bo Nix was able to do without stretching the field, with the Raiders knowing that they was going to be short to intermediate with all his passes. A very efficient day passing the ball. He was spot on. He didn't look like he was hurried. Even when he was flushed, he did great things with the balls. Hey, Jody, he took a couple sacks. It's okay to take a couple sacks, right? So, I think it was a great day for this offense and Bo Nix. We didn't see the deep shots, but I think it spoke a lot after that. Also, Adam Prentice, hats off to him. I believe he had the longest run of the game for the Denver Broncos. So, like you were saying, it's good to have Adam Prentice in there from time to time. Trevor, we talked about Adam Prentice. We talked about the offense. We talked about this defense locking down after the first drive. What do you got left over, man? Anything still left on the bone?
Yeah, I mean, good to see RJ Harvey, not have, I would say, breakout game, but that's probably one of the best games we've seen from RJ Harvey all season long. 17 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, I thought he was pretty efficient today for the most part. Of course, you always want to see more, but I think this team being able to run the football, put a little more emphasis on it in this game, I think helped. I agree. I think Bo Nix was pretty efficient today too. I know that the stats aren't going to tell the story exactly, but with the touchdowns, certainly so. But other than that, I mean, 31 for 38, 212 yards. I mean, again, no touchdowns, but no interceptions. That's also important in this. So I thought it was just an efficient day for all the way around for the Broncos. And defensively, I mean, I'm not really down, on this defense much in this game. You got this Raiders team that had a couple scores there down the stretch that were just late scores. I mean, it's just something that tally on the scoreboard a little bit. But they really don't mean anything. So I don't take what the final score is exactly in a grain of, you got to take that with a grain of salt, in my opinion. This Broncos defense still had 4 sacks today, held Ashton Genty under 40 yards on the ground. Geno Smith, like Jody said, was taken out of the game pretty much immediately. And I'm not saying from an injury standpoint, I'm saying just from a productivity standpoint. So, and then the wide receivers. I mean, you took away Brock Bowers in this game, 4 receptions for 46 yards. I mean, I know he had a touchdown there, but he was pretty much a non-factor once again. So I thought this defense actually stepped up and did what they needed to do. I know maybe it's not this A++ defense that we're kind of used to seeing from time to time, but my gosh, I mean, they did more than enough in this game. I thought this is a better game this weekend than that it was against the Commanders last week. So I thought it was kind of a bounce back performance from this defense against the Raiders. I know it's the Raiders and this offense is bad for the Raiders, but this defense, they didn't stand down from a challenge, and they did their part, and they did more than their part in this game. So I'm not down at all on this Broncos defense. I think they did what they needed to do and stepped up like they have all season.
Yeah. Great defensive performance, I thought. Like you said, it just didn't ever feel like the Raiders were going to take off and do anything. They had a couple of runs where they would complete a few passes. Yeah, like you said, a few scores in this one. That first drive when they went right back down the field, a little bit nerve-wracking, to come out so great and so hot like Kenny said that we were going to do and put 7 points right up on the board. And Kenny's in the side chat saying, see, Keith, told you, that's what the Broncos are going to do. Come out hot. I'm like, yeah, you're right, Kenny. And then, wow, all of a sudden the Raiders come right back down the field. And I was like, whew, what's going on here? But after that, let's face it, it was pretty much shut down after then. Time of possession for this Broncos, dominating performance on the offense. And, hey, I've been waiting for RJ Harvey. He's my guy. I thought this was his best performance of the year so far. So Phil McLaughlin coming in here a little bit, right? Saying, afternoon, Keith, Kenny, Judge, and Rocket Man love the running game. Worried that the defense giving up too much yardage that the last couple of games. Got to step up if we're going to beat Green Bay. So a little
That's
bit more
200 stars, by the way,
Oh.
Keith. Thank you, Phil.
Well, clap it up. We've been clapping it up for everybody, man. Thank you, Phil. 200 stars, supporting the show, being an awesome posse member. Everybody in here commenting. Love to see the comments, man. Love just saying hello, getting to know everybody, doing this for a while and connecting with everybody. But thank you for the stars. But another comment here from Phil with stars, worried about this defense, worried about the performance he saw from the Raiders, worried maybe about what he saw versus the Commanders. And now we know that we got a fairly decent opponent right up around the corner, one that's been operating right near the top of the division with the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love, Matt LaFleur, what they got going, it's got him shaken. Kenny, does he? I know that we went around the horn, but I'll go around the horn once again on this particular topic. Reason to be concerned as we face off against Green Bay next?
No, Phil, don't be concerned. This defense is going to step up to its opponents. It's been there all year. Play down to a couple of your opponents. Washington was going to be tough. They had a lot of weapons, and the Raiders were going to give you their best punch. You're back home next week after 2 road games. Defense, the crowd's going to be behind them. The defense is going to be back to its top defense in the league next week against Green Bay. I'd be shocked if we're here next Sunday post-game saying, man, the defense stunk last week, Phil. So I know I get why you're a little discouraged, but defense will be back next week. They're going to step up against a playoff caliber offense.
I'll just go around the horn. Anything to add on this, Jody, the judge? Is there a reason to be concerned about this defense? Chime off for about 10, 15 seconds here.
No, I'm not worried at all. I think as the whole, you just could see they weren't showing very much. And for good reason. I mean, you're better than the Raiders, so I think they're saving some stuff for Green Bay. They know that's an important game, and they did what they needed to do. I mean, Kenny Pickett got garbage time stats at the end. If Denver wanted to hold them, I mean, what was the stat they showed early? Like 70 in the first half, 60 through 3 quarters or something. So they weren't doing anything. He got garbage time stats.
Throw those out the window. Don't worry about it. Kenny Pickett, don't worry about it. Trevor, anything to add in to this defensive performance and what your expectation is of them moving forward as well?
I mean, I think this defense was better again than they were last week. I mean, you can look at both games and you can just tell that this defense stepped it up a little bit, this week. I mean, that this is a worse offense. I get that, but you also were going up against Marcus Mariota last week, and he did more than what I expected him to do. I'll just say that. Geno Smith did not. Like Jody said, Kenny Pickett, garbage time stats. I mean, okay, that's fine, but these Broncos are still going to win. So, I mean, this defense is fine. I mean, they've been fine, more than fine all season long. One of the best defenses in the league. Vance Joseph, I mean, what he's been able to do this week in and week out with this defense is very, very impressive. This is why he's going to be a hot head coaching candidate this offseason. And enjoy Vance Joseph while you can, because again, from what I've heard, he's really transformed this defense into his own. I mean, Sean Payton wanted that Vic Fangio kind of defense ran, and Vance Joseph was not about ready to do that. So this is a Vance Joseph, a VJ ran defense. Just keep that in mind. Enjoy Vance Joseph while you can, and in a good way, because he's probably going to be gone after this season. Don't
say it. Don't say it, Trevor. We're going to keep this thing together. We're going to keep running it back. It's going to be like Jordan and the Bulls, the same crew year after year. We'll just win championship after championship. That's what I want to see. I want to see maybe Ricola. Mile High Dutchie coming in here says, what a great win. The Broncos can win them all and should not fear any team. It should not fear any team. And, it's getting to that point. I'll be honest. We started off this season. We started off here before Trevor jumped in here. Probably before Jody jumped in here. And I said, man, we went out and we predicted what we thought this season would be. And no one, I think, would have ever predicted us sitting here at 11-2, being honest with ourselves, where this team was, where we thought this division was, where we thought the AFC was. It would have been really tough to sit here and say, oh, Broncos 11-2. And when we started the season, there was a lot of fear as you looked across that schedule and said, ooh, look at this game. This one's scary. That one's scary around the corner here. Ooh, after we travel, ooh, that's going to be bad. I don't have any fear. I don't have any fear anymore. I really feel like, and I 100% agree. I think there's no reason that we shouldn't walk in there and feel confident from stem to stern, from offense to defense, special teams and beyond, about walking away with a win. I'm not worried about this defense. I know that they'll step up. We've seen this offense do crazy things in the fourth quarter. And now after this game, I saw them go out there and just say, we're just going to possess the ball and we're going to break your will. How do you like that? That's what I saw out there. And man, you start getting to that territory, sky's the limit. No fear. Go get them, Broncos. Kenny, I'll pass it over to you. We'll get maybe some final thoughts. Before I get to you, I just really quick. I didn't do it in the pregame show. I got to do it now. Got to talk about Morgan Trinkets. Morgan Trinkets has been your headquarters for Southwest Jewelry, Southwest Pottery, Estate Gold for over 34 years, going on 35 now because I was talking with Pearl. They're once a nationwide company. Now they hang out in northern Colorado, southern Wyoming. You can find them over on Etsy. Type in Morgan Trinkets Go. You can find them over there on eBay. Type in Pearl Heat. They have the best Southwest Jewelry, Pottery, and Estate Gold, and you need to check them out. Get your order in so she can get it quickly shipped out in time for Christmas. Check them out today. Kenny, oh, man.
Yeah,
Kenny. Like Ernie's saying, 4 more wins, 4 more games. I can't believe that's where we're at in the season. Kenny, go ahead, take the mic.
2 quick ones. Are we doing final thoughts? 2 quick ones?
Yeah, some final thoughts. We'll start going around the horn, get everybody's, because we got the posse too.
Yep, 2 quick ones before my final thoughts.
Okay.
Ernie was right, Mr. Ernie Mays. He did say 12-0. So that when you said I don't think there was anybody, there was one. Ernie Mays had the Broncos, I think, probably around this record. So great job, Ernie. And there's the other one I wanted to hit. How about Marvin Mims, as Dutchie's saying, predicted Mims would have a return for 6. How about that punt return touchdown? That was pretty exciting. So there was some excitement in this game. I know everybody said it was a little boring, but that was some excitement there seeing that. My final thoughts before we get to the posse, said it in our pregame show, Keith. It was Vegas style, right? We played the slots. We hit with Bo Nix today. We played some roulette. We hit some receivers, and RJ Harvey had his breakout day. We played on the defensive side. Texas Hold'em, the 4 aces, the linemen, the linebackers. The defense did what it needed to do, and we played blackjack, and we hit with our coaches. There's our blackjack. Next week, totally different. Next week we relax at home and we make some nice grilled cheese because those cheese heads are getting grilled next week, and we'll talk about it during the week on what guys will be on Wednesday and Friday and Saturday. Doing some stuff. So I'll be around where I can, but grilled cheese next week. This week we hit the slots. We hit the jackpot over there in Vegas. Let's go 11-2. No looking back. Let's get to 12-2 next week and keep it going. Keep it going for that race to number 1, everybody.
Love it, Kenny. I can't wait for the grilled cheese. Loved how you took us to the casino in the pregame and the postgame show. Hey, gotta love this. Ernest is coming in here. He says, I'm a Raider fan since 1963. Sean Payton, 3 years in his team, is ready for a huge payday. Hey, thank you, Ernest. I appreciate the respect coming in here. I know it's got to be a tough year for you. A lot of respect for Brock Bowers. I think we can all agree about that. Honestly, I think the AFC West is the best, and when the Raiders and the Broncos are right at the top, duking it out at the end of the season. Maybe we'll see that next year, but I appreciate you coming in here, chiming off.
Real quick,
Yeah.
because I do want to thank the Raider fan, Ernest, for coming in. Go get Fernando Mendoza, and this division will be all better than the Chiefs in a couple years. Fernando Mendoza is the real deal. They beat Ohio State yesterday. #1 team in college football, Indiana Hoosiers, Fernando Mendoza. That's who you got to go get, Ernest, for your future. With Brock Bowers and Ashton Janty, you'll be building something over there.
There you go. There you go. Solution maybe in the making for a Raiders fan. Phil's maybe final thought. I think Moss said to PS2, now you know how I've been feeling, laugh out loud. Ernie Mays, like you said we were going to go 12-0. Karen came in here, maybe one of her final thoughts, said, hey, it's still a division game. Those players are out there and they're fighting for all they got. They don't overlook the mortally injured out there as those guys were going. Max Crosby was a guy that you saw. He wasn't giving up in this game. He was giving fight as well. Keep going around the horn. Jody, got to get some final thoughts, and I'll get some more from the posse as well.
Good win. Didn't really show much. Didn't need to. What we did show is we can, do these long, sustainable 8+ minute drives. Harvey can run up the middle. It's been worked on. You can see that. My only thing, I guess, negative, I'd like to see them figure out a way to get Sternad more on the field. He's got to get more snaps. He's earned that. But you got 2 starters in front of him that are playing well, so it's going to be hard to get him out there, but he's earned it. Yeah. Other than that, I think I have no complaints. He rushed for 150, and I think Sean Payton knows that it's a must come playoff time that you have a run game. And on to Green Bay at home next week. I think that's a big game against an NFC opponent where I think he will show a few more things. And go Houston tonight. Knock Kansas City completely out of this.
Get them on out. Get them on out. Get KC right out of the mix, man. Get ready for Green Bay. You didn't show a whole lot. You kept a couple of maybe tricks in your bag, and maybe we'll see those tricks once we match up. We'll be talking about these games because we are the Denver Bronco Roundup on Wednesday and on Saturday. We did end up pushing it to today for our pregame show, but we go Wednesday, Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Don't forget about the juice, though, man. The juice, Tuesday, 7:30. Maybe they're talking a little bit about the Packers as well because they go all the way around the league, all full 32 NFL teams. Trevor and Kenny get that show all rolling on Tuesday, but he's going to roll with some final thoughts as by the way, Pearl saying that she does have a show next week. I can't remember if this was the Longmont show, but if it is, please let us know so we can let everybody know. Pearl, she's going to be following. She won't be able to watch the game. Trevor, some final thoughts around this game.
Yeah, final thoughts from me. You took care of business and you beat a team that you should have beaten. I know that, this is certainly a better game than when you face the Raiders in Denver. This was certainly a way better game, traveling to Las Vegas, but you beat a team that you're supposed to beat. It's definitely something to celebrate going forward. You're 11-2. Now it's time to go get the AFC West. So it's time to clinch it. You cannot, it's great. It's great to celebrate this win and victory, but again, it was expected. You always got to want more. Clinch the AFC West. You have the window is wide open for you to do so. Take care of business the next couple of weeks. The thing is, the Broncos' schedule is going to get a little bit more difficult, but I think that's a good thing for them going forward, especially heading into the playoffs. I would rather the schedule get a little bit more difficult, make you earn your wins a little bit more, tougher competition than going out the easy way. You have the Packers, you have Jacksonville, the Chiefs, and Chargers are your last 4 games of the season. So you're definitely going to have to go out there and earn your chance to win the AFC West and clinch the AFC West for the first time in a long time, I think since 2015. So you got to go out there and do that, and the opportunity is right there in front of the Broncos. I mean, this team is the real deal. You got to continue to go out there and play your kind of style of football and continue to grow as a team. That's the thing. Continue to grow. The record is what the record is. You're 11-2, time to celebrate, but my gosh, your eyes got to be set on something bigger. Playoff time. You've got to be able to win playoff games. And what better time to do that than down the stretch against these tougher opponents? These are playoff type of atmospheres, and these are playoff type of teams. You've got to take care of business. But again, celebrate this victory. It's a great victory. Broncos did what they needed to do, and definitely looking forward to talking more Broncos this week on the Juice and on Denver Bronco Roundup. I hope everybody has a great rest of your week, and thank you all for watching, whether you're watching live or after the fact. Hope everybody has a great week. Stay warm, stay safe out there, and as always, go Broncos.
Absolutely, get that mile-high salute in. Go Broncos every single time. Yeah, it'll be a big test down the stretch. Celebrate the win. Get it in within the next 24 hours and start getting prepared. Hey, by the way, you guys, you might have another juicer. Maybe we'll see Ernest over there, man. Maybe you can talk a little bit of Raiders in the Juice on Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, right here on the Rocky Mountain Sports Network. And like I said, we'll be getting all prepared for. We'll talk a little bit more about this game on Wednesday. We'll talk about the news of the week, and then on Friday we'll be Friday, old schedule. On Saturday, we'll be definitely back talking all about this Green Bay game. Trevor, Trevor, I'm all over the place. Jody, I saw you throw your mic on. Usually means you have one more thing to say. Am I wrong, or am I getting out of here?
I was just going to add, this game solidified. If you end up tied with New England, you've got the tiebreaker now. The next 3 or 4 are at home, so show teams why they don't want to come here. So lock this up and get used to playing that, sleeping in your bed and playing in Mile High.
Love it. Love sleeping in my bed. Maybe I'll get some Broncos pajamas because, like I said, man, it's as Patrick's even coming in, party. I keep coming in here, and it's so nice. I guess I've been doing it 10 weeks in a row saying, well, now you get to wear your orange and blue proudly this week as it's a Denver Broncos win, man. You start stacking them up like this, man, you definitely got this. I'm running out of clothes. I'm running out of different outfits to wear on Monday, man. That's for sure, man. I'm going to be in a tank top in the middle of winter just to make sure that I'm rocking my orange and blue somehow. No, it's amazing. Amazing what the Denver Broncos have done. Even as the Raiders fan has said, Sean Payton, 3 years, look at where this team's at. Look at where we're at, man. Got an amazing posse that comes in here, follows us, likes, shares, subscribes, checks out all our podcasts. You guys are all amazing. We got a Denver Broncos team that's going on an amazing run, and we cannot wait to have you all along for the ride. Make sure you get in here on every single show, every single podcast. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. You're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. Yeah, we're all over the place. I can't believe you haven't found us if you haven't seen us before. No, I'm just kidding. Adam and Kayla, good to see you as we're getting out of here, but we do got to get out of here. We'll do it like we always do. Make sure you keep your boots in the stirrups, guns in the holsters, and, of course, the Denver Broncos in your heart. Until next time, we're out of here. Have a good week, everybody. See you on Tuesday for the Juice.